But perhaps my first response is to say this question about the theory of organization, whether it's actually already in the early text, right? Obviously, it's not in the same way that it's a formal theory about human organization and organizational science and tectonics. This is not there yet in the early text. And I love that you translated the gathering of the human, right? Is that what you say, the gathering?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice, it has a very nice sound, and it makes a lot of sense to me. The German says integration, the integration of the new human. But I actually like gathering more, I must say. But then, of course, the question is who gathers, right? Who gathers this human, right?
Yeah.
And of course, it has something to do with community and acting together. And doing things that you could not do alone. So it has everything to do with that. But at the same time, it's also not just like a club of people or a political party or where people sit around, everyone happily individual and with their own private lives and so forth. And they all say, okay, let's do something together. It doesn't seem to work quite that way, right? The gathering involves something that that people put themselves into a kind of frame or a certain kind of development or whatever you call it, and they have to, in some sense, also sacrifice some of their individuality and some of their private interests in order to sort of join into a new way of acting in a coordinated way. The coordination doesn't just come from some individual who makes a plan, says, okay, let's make this revolution now, or let's do this or that, or let's do this art project, but it seems to come from, in some ways, I mean, the development of rituals, of a machine-like society, right? And since I'm also very much interested in technology and the relationship of technology and philosophy, I find very, very important what Bogdanov says in this essay about the gathering, about the importance of the machine, right? The machine is something very, very real in the 19th century when he writes about this in the early 20th century, 1903, 1904. He's reflecting on a whole new way of producing things. I mean, this is all fairly new, the machine-like industrial society, so Bogdanov is really reflecting on this very, very recent development in human manufacturing and human production, and he notices that indeed the machine is taking over, right? It's taking over very much in the factories, right? The modern industrial worker is working in a machine environment, but also, of course, and this would be of interest to you as civil engineers, right? The whole idea of the modern city. The city is a kind of machine. I mean, it's an organization of movement which is patterned in certain ways, which are structured in certain ways, where there's certain kind of flows and inputs and outputs of energy and so forth, right? So somehow this idea of the machine comes in, and I think what he wants to say is that yes, we can now experience things in a collective way that we could not before because we are acting together through the machine. But it's also a kind of it's not so individualized. It's not the poet, for example, the sensitivity of the refined mind or cultured person, right? That doesn't really matter so much. It's in fact, we are not specialized anymore, right? Because even though we can do many special tasks, the logic is the same, right? It's the logic of the machine. It's the logic of a certain kind of process and so on. So I find that very, very interesting, this kind of mixture, that he wants to say we can come back to become a whole, and we will act together as a humanity, and we will discover whole new things, but it's not the same mission that we had in the, maybe the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th centuries, where it was mostly about individual genius and the poets and the writers and who were making the experiences for us, you might say, and who had the special sensitivity, and who were appreciated for their individual contributions, right? I mean, there is no, in that sense, old-fashioned creativity anymore. And that's at least how I understood it. Maybe you see something else in the text that I'm overlooking. So we have to, in some ways, something drops out. We have to kind of reduce ourselves in order to become more together. Is that? So I do think there's a kind of theory of organization here already, even though it's not really it's not a social theory. It's not it's not. So I don't know. How do you think about that? Does that